like that. You like it like that. like it like that. You like it like that. like that. You like it like that. it like that. You like it like that.
And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out. Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you. How long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you. Do you remember how you held me then? Now you got me reaching out, yeah. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out. Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we remind you to kindly put your mobile phones onto the silent mode. We would like to invite on stage Mr. Nitin from Hotel Taj for the safety briefing.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nitin, Security Officer of the hotel, and I'm here to brief you about the safety aspects. In case of evacuation, the hotel security and the banquet staff will coordinate the movement. The grand ballroom is located on the ground floor level of the hotel. The hall has 4 exits, ensure smooth evacuation indicated by the running man sign. The 2 exits are from the main entrance of hall, which leads you to the main lobby, and out of the hotel premises at main porch. The other 2 exits are from the service area, which lead you towards the rear side of the hotel. All routes are marked with fire exit signages. In case of unlikely evacuation, the hotel staff will assist you to ensure smooth egress. So please do not panic. The hotel staff is trained for such emergencies. The assembly point is main porch and staff entrance. Stay at assembly point for further instructions. In case of medical emergency, we have first aid available in the hotel with trained first aider and doctor on call. Please contact duty manager or concierge in case of any emergency. There is no mock drill for today. At Taj, we care for your safety. Have a comfortable meeting. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, everybody. I love that. You know, we've had a hard day at work and we've come this evening and we love that energy. So let me see that once again. Let me hear it once again. So, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Thank you. My name is Everest Rodriguez and a very warm welcome to this ceremony. We are meeting after 2 years, ladies and gentlemen. My name, as I said, is Everest Rodriguez, your host for the evening. On behalf of Great Place to Work, we welcome you for the celebration of India's Great Mid-Size Workplaces 2022. We hope you and your family are all safe, and we really, really appreciate you being here with us in these tough situations. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, give yourselves a huge round of applause. Thank you very much, because everyone here is a winner today. As you all know, every year, Great Place to Work India recognizes and applauds the great workplaces that have created and sustained high trust, high performance culture in their organizations. India's mid-size workplaces list is recognized as the gold standard and most definitive recognition that organizations aspire for, and it is an absolute honor for me, ladies and gentlemen, addressing the top leaders from these winning organizations. Each year, we are delighted to see so many of you contributing to our vision of making India a great place to work for all. To dive into what sets apart the best from the rest this year, we would like to invite Shireen Srivastava from the Great Place to Work India team to come on stage and share the research highlights from this year's study. Can we have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as Shireen joins us on stage.
A very warm good evening to everybody. This is such a pleasure to see you all here today. I'm extremely delighted to be present in a crowd of organizations that we continuously learn from every day. It's an absolute honor. You know, our institute every year has the privilege to work with a spectrum of organizations, right, and understand their workplace culture. Be it an organization in its nascent stage or one that is already established, Every culture teaches us something. We learn a lot from all of your organizations. My name is Shereen, and it is an honor again to present a few insights from the trends that we've observed in the past year from all of the organizations. I'm sorry, I was sort of unable to see that screen. Right. We are all aware that post-pandemic, the very definition of workplace culture has changed, and it is one that will keep evolving. Our research also reveals that mid-sized organizations will want to boost their headcount by 35% on an average in the next 12 months. As a result, it will be even more important for organizations to cultivate a culture differentiator or a culture premium to attract, recruit, and retain the best talent in the market. Over the last 5 years, we've seen a steady increase in participation in this category, coupled with increase in engagement scores as well, which is why we've published a top 75 great mid-sized workplaces as opposed to top 50 that we published last year. With the effect of COVID setting in, organizations witnessed a surge in their engagement scores on account of proactive steps taken by organizations and ensuring that employees' well-being is taken care of, and due to an increased sense of gratitude from all of these employees. What is refreshing to see, however, is that workplaces have managed to sustain the same level of employee engagement between 2021 and 2022. This can be glimpsed from the overriding sentiment and the trust index grand mean that you can see on the screen. While organizations have managed to sustain employee experience, the best amongst those have also outperformed as compared to the industry peers of the similar employee strength. As we can see here, on the overriding statement, which is taking everything into account, I would say this is a great place to work. Across 8 major industries, the best workplaces have a significant edge. So now we have looked at some of the data pertaining to our research, but I'd want to hear from the audience here about their own torchbearers, their leaders. The leaders set the tone for the organization. So we have organized a short poll. If you could log on to menti.com and you can enter the code that you see on the screen, you will be taken to a web page which will have one question and it will have a drop-down menu. If I could get a thumbs up for everybody who is logged in, it's menti.com. Right, I have a few from the audience. Yes, I have a lot of people. Wonderful, wonderful. Right, so you must be seeing a drop-down menu. Yes, you have a question? Right, so there will be a list of adjectives to describe your leaders. Do go through all of these adjectives and choose the top 3 terms that you would describe, you would use to describe the leaders. I'm sorry? It went off. It's, can I get the code once, please? Right. 94256534. Right, we're getting wonderful answers. I'm very happy to see that confused and stressful are towards the bottom. We're all humans, we do get confused and stressed. But our leaders are doing exceptionally well when it comes to employee-first mindset. Don't let some of these answers cloud your judgment. You go ahead with what you feel describes your leaders best. Right? You can keep answering if you haven't already. Thank you for participating in the exercise. So the purpose of this poll is to reflect upon the characteristics of our leaders and to think of what do these leaders do to drive such excellent organizations. The question here arises, what have the leaders focused on in the last year to create such exceptional, excellent, aspirational workplaces, right? The top 3 things that we've found in our research is that leaders have fostered a culture of involving people in decision making, ensuring fairness and workplace, and that they have treated employees as their customers. Today, leaders have adopted a more inclusive approach to decision making, paving the way for higher agility and collaboration. Our research shows that the positive perception of management involves people in decisions that affect their job or work environment has seen an 8% increase over the last year, continuing a trend of stark improvement in the area over the last 2 years. Decentralization and empowerment at all levels have been the key to ensuring engagement, especially during remote working. The question on most leaders' minds, I'm sure here as well, is whether hybrid working is here to stay, and should that be the way forward for their organization. Our data reveals that employees working in organizations that enable a higher percentage of their workforce to work either remotely or flexibly experience a higher sense of empowerment and report much lesser instances of feeling burnt out at work. The best workplaces have a significant edge again over the others around perception of employees, around being able to balance their work life, their personal life, which is exceptionally important for all of us, because of a conscious focus and role modeling of the right behaviors from our leaders. In all our years of research, we have seen that fairness has been a key differentiator between the best workplaces and the rest. What has been heartening to see is the increase in positive perceptions around fairness across all organizations, indicating that leaders are now a lot more conscious and focused on ensuring positive perceptions around this area. The best workplaces also continue to maintain their edge when it comes to equity, both in compensation and gain sharing with employees. They've also focused on ensuring that managers are equipped and coached to be very transparent in their approach and are mindful of their unconscious biases. Be it performance evaluation, transparency while setting expectations, forums to hear constructive feedback or to raise grievances, the best workplaces are collectively progressing in the right direction. The best workplaces have also been known to live by one principle: employee is equal to customer. That is, do for your employee what you would do for your customers. Organizations have been able to treat employees like customers by recognizing them as unique individuals with different aspirations, different needs, different drives. Ensuring the organization policies and benefits cater to the vast diversity of employees have been key in ensuring that employees feel valued and they feel cared for. Right? I'm sure you're sort of tired of how much I'm talking, so I'll move on to one more short exercise. I want to take a pause again and think about the organization that I'm a part of, and I would like you to think about the organization that you're a part of. There'll be one word that comes into your mind when you think of your organization. So what is that one word? Again, on mentimeter.com, if you could go, the cloud is already popping up. So what's that one word that comes into your mind? Very happy to see trust in the center of it. I saw best friends somewhere as well. Wonderful, wonderful. Right. I'll let you share your responses here. But what is the idea of doing this, right? We have a very good mix of answers here. So you'd agree when I say that there are a variety of factors that define the workplace culture in an organization. It will never be one thing or two things or three things. It's a host of factors, right? Now I want to take your attention back to the leaders. Could we go back to the presentation, please? Just give me 2 seconds. Right, thank you so much. So I'd like to take your attention back to the leaders now, because a leader in a mid-sized organization, or any organization for that matter, plays a very critical role in how an employee perceives the culture and they perceive the organization. The intent of the leaders to establish credibility by walking the talk, delivering on their promises, it sets the tone for the kind of culture that they want to foster. Many leaders have been able to create this positive perception by having a lot more frequent channels of communication with employees and by decentralizing a large part of the initiative execution and decision making. It should not come as a surprise to us that organizations today face a business imperative to create a consistently great place to work for all. Unfortunately, most organizations today fall short of this goal. Even in the best workplaces, there are gaps in the workplace experience. Some segment of the employees have a less positive experience at work than others, based on what they do, who they are in the company. For businesses to thrive, they must maximize the full potential of their workforce. Our research reveals that organizations that are focused on ensuring consistency of experience across their employees have seen significantly higher intent in employees to stay with the organization, to advocate their organization, and to willingly go that extra mile to get the job done. We saw that leaders in best workplaces have focused on three things primarily: values through ensuring fairness, developing a foundation of trust by ensuring that people are involved in decision making, and maintaining an employee-centric approach by treating employees as valued customers. We also saw that employee-centric was one of the top ranking answers to one of the polls that we did, right? The intent and the goal down the line is to maximize human potential of every employee at every level for a very simple reason: innovation. At a time when competitors can spring up and disrupt your industry entirely, innovation has become a necessity. However, the erstwhile approach of innovation, that is, having a few experts work together to design new products, a more efficient process, that might not suffice in today's time. What is needed for organizations to foster innovation across their organization, or in other words, encourage innovation by all? Organizations that experience optimal levels of innovation succeed in managing exit rates, burnout, motivation, and productivity of employees. Gone are the days of one-size-fits-all approach. We're entering a new era of workplace culture, one that truly, wholly, and solely serves everyone, regardless of their job and position, and one that provides a consistent employee experience. The way forward to drive innovation, and with that achieve multifold economic growth, is by developing every ounce of human potential. The leaders today need to recognize and be cognizant of unique challenges, aspirations, and possibilities of each employee segment. Growth does not happen in silos, and neither should it. So this is a collective call to grow together, and to ensure that when our organization grows, it grows for all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Shireen, for sharing such valuable insights. Before we commence today's award ceremony, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to introduce you to someone. As many of you might know, like a lot of other organizations, Great Place to Work India also underwent a successful CEO transition last year. The founder-director, Prasenjit Bhattacharya, passed on the baton to Yashaswini with the objective to make our vision stronger. While some of you would have interacted with her virtually, here is a quick video for all of us to get to know her a little better. and gentlemen, we would like to invite Yashaswini Ramaswamy, CEO at Great Place to Work India, to address our audience. Please get your hands together once again as we welcome on stage Yashaswini.
I'm a little short, so I hope I'm visible to everybody. Yeah. Okay, so thank you, Everest, for that kind introduction, and a special hello to everyone who's joining us virtually. What a wonderful evening today when all of us are gathering to celebrate India's Great Mid-Sized Workplaces 2022. Welcome, everyone, and let's give ourselves a huge round of applause. Today, as I stand here before you, I'm reminded of what Prasanjit and I shared, I think, of March of last year. I remember asking him, thinking back at the wonderful foundational years that Great Place to Work India has had, among the so many things that you would have experienced, what is it that really stands out for you? And I remember he unflinchingly said, our values. So today I thought I'll spend a little time on the values that we practice at Great Place to Work India. The first is be honorable, which simply means make a commitment, get it done. Our consistent journey over more than 14 years is a testimony to this fact. Words and intentions have to be backed by actions and outcomes. And while you're at it, do it the right way. Do the right thing. Be honorable about it. Our second is make an impact. Take accountability for everything that you say and everything that you do. Remember to remind yourself, nice guys finish first. The third, we value differences. We recognize uniqueness of every employee, of every customer. Again, as I look around in this room, all our journeys, our experiences, our successes could not have happened if we did not genuinely recognize, respect, and cherish these differences. Diversity, inclusion, and I think foremost is equity that we practice here amongst all our colleagues at Great Place to Work. And towards this, our fourth value of being fair to self and others becomes so crucial. It takes maturity, experience, and tenacity to be able to live this. And role modeling this value has such a great multiplier effect on what we do and how we engage with our employees and our clients. Our last value, keep getting better. It is an expectation from all of us as leaders to never fall into the trap of complacency. We have to always reflect, to keep a keen eye out for constant, incremental, and exponential innovation. This value particularly is close to my leadership style. Hashtag keep getting better. It is the most crucial mindset that we will have to have, and that will give us the courage to visualize and execute who we want to become, beyond the daily and sometimes painful reviews of the huge volume of data telling us what we are today, and very little data telling us what we want to become. Always be restless to become the better version of yourself. Live tomorrow with hope and optimism. It's your primary responsibility. Naysayers, hair splitters, weed growers will always be there, waiting for you to fail. and then say, I told you so, with delight. But true leadership is to manage our own fears, our own contradictions, and move past these, move far beyond these limitations, and create our own, what I call, a book of chapters, the chapters full of adventures, trepidations, experiments, and success. So thank you, Prasanjit, for enabling this experience and this chapter for my life. And like so many of us have experienced during this horrible pandemic, my transition has also been virtual. And this past year, we've been surrounded by high growth, and we've made our community of certified organizations stronger. So thank you to all the leaders at Great Place to Work, and special thanks to all my colleagues whom we fondly called as Greaters. May I request everybody to join your hands in helping me thank and express gratitude to my Greaters for making it so seamless for me. Before I move on, I must say that this is an era of collaboration, and we must all work together. I'd like us to watch a brief video. I mean, this is Mumbai, so I had to have Amitabh Bachchan. And this is a video that I'd like us to watch. It's a video that celebrated our 60 years of freedom, but I still find it very relevant. May we have the AV, please?
There are two Indias in this country. One India is straining at the leash, eager to spring forth and live up to all the adjectives that the world has been recently showering upon us. The other India is the leash. One India says, give me a chance and I'll prove myself. The other India says, prove yourself first and maybe then you'll have a chance. One India lives in the optimism of our hearts. The other India lurks in the skepticism of our minds. One India wants, the other India hopes. One India leads, the other India follows. These conversions are on the rise. With each passing day, more and more people from the other India are coming over to this side. And quietly, while the world is not looking, a pulsating, dynamic new India is emerging. An India whose faith in success is far greater than its fear of failure. An India that no longer boycotts foreign-made goods, but buys out the companies that make them instead. History, they say, is a bad motorist. It rarely ever signals its intentions when it's taking a turn. This is that rarely ever moment. History is turning a page. For over half a century, our nation has sprung, stumbled, run, fallen, rolled over, got up and dusted herself, and cantered, sometimes lurched on. But now, in our 60th year as free nation, the ride has brought us to the edge of time's great precipice. And one India, a tiny little voice at the back of the head, is looking down at the bottom of the ravine and hesitating. The other India is looking up at the sky and saying, it's time to fly.
His voice is always magical to me. But it is time to fly, my friends. Our faith of success has to be far greater than our fear of failure. As India Inc. recasts itself into old economy companies and new economy unicorns, it becomes our foremost duty as leaders to learn, to unlearn, inspire, and lead our people in what will always be a complex, sometimes unforgiving, but definitely an uncertain world. Great Place to Work India looks forward to working with each one of you every year to walk this journey of workplace culture transformation with you together. For me, and I surely hope for all of you, the work of Great Place to Work is not just a certification, a stamp, or a corporate transaction. For me, it is a movement that started many years ago and will only strengthen with time. Our movement and our vision is to make India, our country, a great place to work for all. And remember, every certification is a contribution to that cause. We owe it to our country, to our fellow Indians, to commit to do everything in our capacity to nurture and sustain a great workplace culture where merit, success, dignity, and respect go hand in hand. Thank you to all the winners and all our certified members with us here today and those who are joining us virtually. I love to be a part of this community, and I hope in time we grow bigger and stronger together. I certainly look forward to more conversations in our Best Employers Club. Our For All vision encompasses NGOs. I hope you will find time to nominate your most promising NGO this time. We help them also become great workplaces. Our vision is an inclusive one. Our vision is for all. Your recognition today is because of the great work you have put in over the years. And it gives me great pleasure to share with you our best practice and insights report, which will be unveiled shortly. Prasanjit, I'm going to be requesting you to come up on stage and unleash that report for us shortly along with me. So please do the honors. As I conclude my opening address, my heartfelt congratulations again to all the winners, and the country waits to hear from you today. Our partners, Business World, who've been our partners for more than 4 years, Kiran and Jyotsna, thank you for your support. It's been a great partnership. Have a lovely evening, everyone, and I'm sure we'll have some very interesting conversations this evening. And keep those comments coming, our virtual community out there, as we celebrate our winners in what I call in this digital world, a mix of physical interactions and virtual interactions. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful evening again.
So, Yashaswini, we request you to stay back with us on stage. And ladies and gentlemen, we would request Mr. Prasanjit Bhattacharya, Founder Director at Great Place to Work India, to join us for the unveiling. Please get your hands together as Prasanjit joins us on stage. So, we'll give you a countdown, Prasanjit and Yashaswini. Yeah, countdown at 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Congratulations once again, and ladies and gentlemen, this is just a sneak peek into our research report. Please do stay back till the end of the awards ceremony to collect your copy of the research report. Thank you very much, Yashaswini and Prasanjit, for joining us on stage. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now set the ball rolling for our awards. We are now embarking on this journey of felicitating India's Great Mid-Size Workplaces 2022. And I am excited. I'm sure that you are as well. So before we start, we are going to do something to demonstrate the power of teamwork. So I'm going to be moving on right up to the center of the stage. So ladies and gentlemen, you know, they say that with teamwork, anything is possible. I'm sure everybody believes that. If you believe that teamwork can make anything possible, say aloud, yes. Yes, anything is possible. You can move mountains, you can bring rain. So we're going to bring rain now. Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to first, so when I give you the cue, we will start rubbing our palms together. And then when I give you the next cue, we snap our fingers, both our fingers together. And then when I give you the next cue, we tap our thighs with our hands, we slap our thighs with our hands, so both the thighs. And when I give you the next cue, we go with our feet on the floor. Now the floor is carpeted, so we got to go real hard. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, are we ready to bring rain? So let's start with the rubbing of the palms. Go. Go with the snap. Okay, now go with the clap. Now go with this. Go with the feet. Go with the feet on the floor, nice and hard. It's a carpeted floor, so let's go with the hands again. Go with the clap. Thank you very much. Give yourselves a huge round of applause. That was amazing. And the carpet really absorbs the sound, All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our first set of awards. To hand over the first set, we would like to invite on stage Mr. Balbir Singh, Chief Operating Officer, and Basuri Datta, the Vice President at Great Place to Work India. Please get your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, as Mr. Singh and Ms. Datta join us on stage. So let us begin. We start with organization number 75. Please get your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, as we invite on stage Oryx Auto Infrastructure Services Limited. Let's hear it nice and loud for Oryx. Now, Oryx has innovated through its shared mobility concept and has brought all services related to mobility under one roof, such as self-drive, car rental, or car fleet services. This has given tough competition to other players and earned Oryx multiple awards. Can we hear it once again at number 75, Oryx Auto Infrastructure Services Limited. At number 74, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome on stage Teleflex Medical Private Limited. Now, Teleflex Academy is their learning initiative to increase organizational performance and map employees' career journeys. It consists of managers and leaders who deliver sessions on learning, collaboration, and leadership development through real case studies. Can we hear it once again for Teleflex Medical Private Limited? Coming in next at 73, FE Fund Info India Private Limited. They partnered with the Charity Miles to combine employee wellness and social welfare. The app collects data on the number and duration of steps that an employee walks. That's why they are standing right at the back. So for every mile completed, they donate a designated amount to charity. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, can we hear it nice and loud for FE Fund Info India Private Limited. At 72, we would like to call on stage Experion Developers Private Limited. Their innovation campaign is led by an independent committee, which encourages employees to give their suggestions on the innovations portal. The accepted innovations are linked to rewards, which motivate employees to contribute even more. So, can we give it up once again for Experion Developers Private Limited? Ladies and gentlemen, at 71, we have Seva Rural. Now, this is interesting. They believe in owning up to mistakes, hence they publish their honest mistakes under Bhul Swikar. Very interesting. In their quarterly magazine called Seva Suvas, they also exchange notes on suggestions or criticism through a practice called Malo Ya Lakho Chitti. At 71, Seva Rural. Ladies and gentlemen, at 70, we would like to welcome Forever New Apparels Private Limited. Okay, in case they have not yet made it here because of horrendous traffic in Mumbai, we will be calling them on stage subsequently, but allow me to read out the citation. To enable working mothers to join them, they provide multiple benefits such as extended 5-day childcare leave, extended work from home with no change in benefits, and the creation of a new back-end roles for women who cannot be in client-facing roles. So can we hear it nice and loud for Forever New Apparels Private Limited? At 69, ladies and gentlemen, we have Savills Property Services India Private Limited. Can we hear it nice and loud for Savills? The India Steering Committee for Savills oversees their compliance with the environmental sustainability goals. This cross-functional management committee monitors strategies and policies that will lead to the achievement of the 9 Savills Sustainable Development Goals. So can we hear it once again for Savills Property? At 68, ladies and gentlemen, Popular Auto Works Private Limited. Now, they follow a unique 3-tier system of appreciation. Under this, at number 1, employees can appreciate other employees through smileys. Number 2, department heads can appreciate through certificates of appreciation. And number 3, the VP of Operation selects Employee of the Month. That's Popular Auto Works Private Limited. At 67, we have 4D Global Medical Billing Services Private Limited. I've just been informed that they've not yet arrived, but allow me to read. They have weekly connections called Level 10 meetings at a leadership level as well as an interdepartmental level. This is a platform to exchange achievements and appreciation, discuss solutions to hurdles, and eliminate the spread of incorrect information. Can we hear it nice and loud for 4D Global Medical Billing Services Private Limited? At 66, we have Mindspace Business Parks, REIT. Apparently, they've got a huge fan club out here. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mindspace initiated its transformation journey called Project Sync, short for Synergized Network for Collaboration. This journey focuses on enhancing organizational processes and digital capabilities within internal functions to make them more efficient. So, can we hear it once again for Mindspace Business Parks, REIT? At 65, ladies and gentlemen, can we hear it nice and loud for Honasa Consumer Private Limited? Eureka is an annual business plan competition at Honasa that uses case studies and interactions to develop a cross-functional, collaborative skill set among employees and make them a part of the strategic roadmap. So, at 65, up here on stage, ladies and gentlemen, Honasa Consumer Private Limited. Now this got my attention. At 64, get my parking. Now, they believe that innovation is ingrained in employees. Hence, they initiated the GMP Intrapreneur Award. This annual award is given to employees who show extraordinary entrepreneurial spirit to creatively solve problems. And parking is one big problem. Can we have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? At 63, we have STT Global Centers India Private Limited. They plan their long-term strategy-based formulation, cascade, monitoring, and fine-tuning. Now, this framework, at number one, formulates strategies based on external and internal analysis. It communicates strategies across the organization, and it reiterates upon the goals till their achievement. So, at 63, STT Global Data Centers India Private Limited. At 62, ladies and gentlemen, Icreon Communications Private Limited. Icreon operates on a high relationship ethic where trust and commitment from clients takes precedence over only completing targets and generating revenue. They discuss and build upon client feedback, which has led to a 97% client retention rate for them. Can we give it up nice and loud for Icreon Communications Private Limited? At 61, we have Kinaxis India Private Limited. Can we hear it nice and loud for Kinaxis? Their initiative, Kinaxis Days, is designed for all employees to take a break from work and spend time doing what they like. Teams come together to manage deliverables so that they can take a break together and enjoy their much needed downtime as a group. So, can we give it up for Kinaxis India Private Limited at 61? Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to 60. Precisely Software and Data India Private Limited. Precisely Software has a designated team called Precisely Invent for exploring the potential of new technologies in depth. This team designs prototypes and a technology roadmap to prepare the organization and its clients for the present and for the future. So, ladies and gentlemen, can we give it up once again for Precisely Software and Data India Private Limited? At 59, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to open up the stage for Zest Money Camden Town Technologies Private Limited. For their summer internship program, interns at Zest Money had to use AI game playing to convert customers. Now, this initiative helped interns to add AI to their skill set and help the organization to gauge the interns' problem-solving skills and eagerness to learn. So, ladies and gentlemen, Zest Money, Camden Town Technologies Private Limited. At 58, we have Dorset Industries Private Limited. In a move towards being more diverse, equitable, and inclusive, Dorset has launched Project Sankalp to hire people with disabilities. Their efforts towards mentoring and improving workplace facilities for the disabled have significantly boosted workplace morale. So, ladies and gentlemen, at 58, Dorset Industries Private Limited. At 57, we have You and I. Very inclusive. They have successfully launched You and I on air as a step towards inspiring staff members and boosting their morale. Every 2 weeks, they invite global thought leaders and industry experts to outline their journeys to inspire employees to stay motivated in times of crisis. So at 57, it's You and I. At 56, we have Sci Future India Private Limited. Sci Future was created and operates on the principle of innovation and egalitarian accessibility of the technology. The same ideology of equality and simplification via technology is weaved into the fabric of their employee policies. So, can we hear it nice and loud for Sci Future India Private Limited? At 55, ladies and gentlemen, Gain Credit, that is Global Analytics India Private Limited. They have a 70-20-10 learning principle, wherein the program comprises 70% of learning on the job, 20% through other sources, and 10% through classroom training. This helps the employees in a critical assessment of their existing and desired skills. So, at 55, Gain Credit. At 54, we have IMCD India Private Limited. iPulse is a flagship program run by them under their talent management function. After tough rounds of shortlisting, high potential performers make it to an exclusive group where they are groomed and developed to be successors for key positions in the organization. At 54, ladies and gentlemen, up here on stage, IMCD India Private Limited. And at number 53, we have Nehru World School. The continuous professional development and learning program at Nehru World School aims to make the staff more effective as individuals and as a group. This is done by identifying and participating in initiatives that will equip teachers to deliver a better educational experience. So, can we give it up nice and loud for Nehru World School at 53? At 52, we have Crayon Software Experts India Private Limited. Crayon uses a 9-box grid mapped between two axes, current performance and future potential, to enable a more agile and inclusive approach to talent planning and development while keeping Crayon values in mind. So, can we give it up nice and loud for Crayon Software Experts India Private Limited? And finally in the set, we have Practice Advisors at 51. Practice is ROI focused, and they measure ROI in all that they do, internal or external. For their clients, they promise a 3x to 12x ROI on the mandates they deliver on. They believe this is a bold act in comparison to the consulting industry's business model. So, ladies and gentlemen, can we hear it nice and loud for Practice Advisors at 51? With that, we would also like to say a big thank you to Balbir and to Basuri for joining us on stage. Here is a look at all our awardees from this segment. Can we hear it nice and loud, ladies and gentlemen, for the awardees up to 51? Thank you. And by the way, an award going out to the audience. You've been one of the most receptive and most energetic audience. Can we hear it nice and loud for you, ladies and gentlemen? That is amazing. So we hope to keep the gusto right up to the end. Right now, while we all have heard, and I'm sure appreciated the research highlights shared earlier, it's now time to hear from one of the leaders of India's 100 Best Companies to Work for 2022. We would like to invite Mr. Kavinder Singh, Managing Director and CEO at Mahindra Holidays and Resorts India Private Limited, or rather, Mahindra Holidays and Resorts India Limited, to join us and take us through the 3 key lessons on becoming future ready. Before Mr. Kavinder joins us on stage, allow me to make a quick introduction. Mr. Kavinder Singh is a member of the Group Effective Board at the Mahindra Group and a director on the board of Fifth Gear Ventures Limited, a division of Mahindra and Mahindra. He also chairs the Customer Experience Academy of the Mahindra Group. He aims to develop MHRIL into a world-class vacation ownership company focused on creating differentiated experiences for Club Mahindra's members. As chairman of the Indian Business and Biodiversity Initiative at CII, he leads efforts to create awareness among businesses about biodiversity and ecosystem services. A voracious reader, Kavinder is a fitness enthusiast and enjoys traveling and exploring new destinations. So immediately after Kavinder's keynote address, we have a Q&A session. So ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome Kavinder on stage. Can we hear it nice and loud?
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this big introduction. I just want to make a few, early points. I know that the program started with a big bang, 75 to 51 are over. And I know a lot of people are waiting for the top 50. I'm the only one which is coming in between those ranks that are going to be announced. I can tell you I've been on the other side. It's very frustrating waiting for the ranks to be told. So I can understand your emotions. So therefore, what I will do is I will share some of my insights so that hopefully they are interesting and hopefully I'm able to engage you and reduce your boredom for the fact that you have to wait for some more time to get your ranks going. Okay. The topic is how do we get our teams future ready? And what are we doing? Top 2-3 things. One thing I want to make a point here is that this is more in the nature of sharing. We are practitioners, we are not preachers. So there's no preaching here. There are some thoughts around which one has tried. Some of them have worked, some of them haven't. So it is in that spirit, I would like to share a few thoughts here. And of course there is a Q&A and then we will be able to engage. Just keeping an eye on time. I'm told I have to speak for about 12-13 minutes and then we'll get on Q&A. So just to give you a context of our business, we run this business which is about selling club memberships. We have a brand, Club Mahindra. Some of you are maybe familiar with the brand. And today, we are very proud to say that we are the largest vacation ownership company in the world, excluding North America. We also own a company, not many people know that, which is based out of Helsinki. And this is a company which is as big as us, and we control 100% of that company. So it's a European company, it's a timeshare company, and they have resorts in Finland, Sweden, and Spain. So some of you who have desire to travel to that part of the world, you should try to know me and get friendly with me, all right? So today, we have about 266,000 members. We have been in existence for 25 years. And we have built a business which we are very, very proud of. And let me tell you why. First of all, this is a very unique and a differentiated business. The business model is very unique. And it works like that we actually collect membership fees, and then members enjoy a period of holidays. It could be 25 years or so, whatever, 7 nights a year. I'm not selling the product, but I'm just making you understand what the idea is. And then there is an annual fee that comes in. So during the pandemic, just to let you know, in those 2 years, we have, from as far as the rankings go, our ranks, of course, improved in Great Place to Work from 40th to 20th. And more importantly, we have been rated as the best workplace in hotels and resorts. And let me tell you why, because the way our business model is and the way we executed on the business model, we ensured that we never let our people go. And that's something that you will notice that in hospitality today, there is a big crunch for talent, and we do not have that issue. Fundamentally, because our business model allowed us, one, to retain our people, and any time there was a let up in these mobility restrictions, we had our occupancies going up to 80-85%, even when vaccine wasn't there. Right now, we are operating at about 90-95% occupancy. So this happens because we have thought through the business model, we have understood customer needs, and of course, we are constantly learning. So let me come back to the topic. Now that you know the business, what is it that we are trying to do to keep our people future ready? So what we have done is, we have said that in this business where 70-75% of the people are constantly interacting with customers, you know, there are very few businesses where 75% of the people on roll interact with the customers. I've checked with many people, there are not many. And this happens because whether it is resorts, whether it is our sales force, whether it is the customer relationships team, they are constantly dealing with customers. There are very few functions who don't deal with customers. So when you have customers all the time, and these are individual customers, so imagine 266,000 key accounts. If you think from the point of view of a B2B business, that's quite a lot. And this requires to design the entire customer journey. So when we design customer journey, it is having some digital touch points, and there are some touch points where you can sort of call, you can send mails, etc., etc. So at various touch points, if you haven't created a culture of collaboration amongst your team members to solve customer issues, the business will not survive even a day. So it is that intense, and customers reach you whether on social media, through mail, through contact centers, because there are times, because there are certain rules in this membership, and there are people who want to sort of bypass the rules. So they're often reaching out to you, or they're raising issues, and you are constantly dealing with them live, literally 24/7. So you need to ensure that first thing is that have you created a digital mindset, because the journey is digital. Quite a lot of the journey has been digitized. Some parts are still on contact center. So we have focused a lot on creating digital mindset. So if I were to sort of put in my head that what is the most important thing that we are now looking for is that can people deal, you know, on omni-channel basis, and therefore are they trained? And we are also using digital tools to train people. So a lot of our digital tools today are driven towards training our sales force and resort team through various digital tools. We have a tool called Aspire, we have a tool Harvard Management Mentor, which some of you may have used, and we have also Mahindra Leadership University courses, which are all driven towards enhancing their knowledge on the product and also creating a digital mindset. So that's one big thing that we are doing to keep, to make our people future ready. The other thing that we are trying to do is that today is the era of hyper-personalization. At least in our business, it is extremely important because the members come again and again, and they expect to be known, called by name. They also want us to remember what did they take when they came in last time as a welcome drink, what is it that they like, what is it they don't like. This is very, very intense, and it's not easy. So enabling IT systems are extremely critical. So hiring the best CTO was one of my first jobs, because I realized this is so critical for us to have these workflows, knowledge about customers. So we really know a lot about our customers, and we need to hyper-personalize. And therefore, using data science, so we have a full-fledged data science department which is working on understanding propensity to buy, propensity to spend, and propensity to engage with various activities at the resorts. It's extremely, let's say, intense, and this requires the rest of the organization to be geared towards delivering this kind of a hyper-personalized experience. So we are looking for people who are constantly able to understand by going into our various applications, which are systems. When I say applications, I mean not apps, but systems. And they are able to tailor make the recommendations. You'll be amazed that we actually use in our booking engine something like what Netflix uses. Like if you go on Netflix, you are constantly told, which movie could be relevant for you or which show could be relevant for you. We actually do the same thing. We know so much about you that we can actually recommend a resort to you. And also, keep in mind that since some of them may not be even eligible to holiday at the resort, so we actually show in next 15 days, next 30 days, next 45 days, which are the resorts you could possibly go to. So we have done this kind of stuff, and now this requires at the back end a very strong integration with the core systems. And that is something that requires us, for our people to understand that we are constantly trying to anticipate the customer needs and therefore deal with those things. So the whole organization is actually trying to learn these tools and trying to service. Of course, if there is a call, you still have to, it is not picked up by a bot. I can confirm that to you. So it is picked up by a human, and the human has to respond, because we are in hospitality. And there are times when people are not so pleasant, but you should be able to deal with them still in a very, very polite way, because you are out here to serve. And that brings me to so the second point. The first point is, of course, digital mindset, and I explained the concept. Hyper-personalization requires a very deep understanding of various touch points and how you sort of bring it all together. And the third critical point is, we have a set of values that we drive. And this is the most important point I would like you to sort of give a little bit of attention, and then I'm coming to an end. We have actually these behaviors we have defined. It's easy to say, we want this, we want that. I can confirm this to you that if you say 100 things, only 5 get implemented. This is my experience. Okay? So you have to be extremely smart about what you really want, and then say so in as simple a way as you can, and then drive it all the way. And of course, the driving happens through your own behavior. So let me begin with this idea. We have this concept called Seva behaviors, service with empathy, warmth, and attentiveness. It's extremely powerful idea. Empathy and warmth are so critical in our business, and attentiveness. Number of times when you go to restaurants, people don't listen to you. They actually have their back. You're actually trying to get them to, come to your table to take your next order. I mean, at least I face this all the time. I'm very sensitive to it. And so we are trying to say that, listen, whenever we are dealing with customers, the empathy, warmth, and attentiveness is critical. Now, how do you implement it? How do you sort of make it known to 4,500 or 5,000 people? So we have a very simple idea. It's a very simple idea, extremely simple. The idea is, you have defined those 6 behaviors. The first behavior is can do, will do. So simple to understand. Everybody can understand it, even in sales or in resorts. The second one is, are you a gem, going extra mile? Not so much acronyms. The focus is not on acronyms. Can you go extra mile? Can you actually solve the problem? Anybody who asks for anything, are you going to go extra mile? The third one is, are you restless creatively? Everybody is restless, but we want people to be creatively restless. Can you solve the problems in a creative way whenever there is a problem? And there are constantly issues that come up. When you run a hospitality business, just to give you a simple sense, 4,000 rooms, X occupancy, so many people passing through, roughly 2.5 to 2.6 million actually footfalls happen. And if I multiply by 5-10 moments of truth, we are talking in 25-30 million moments of truth, really where things can go wrong. And in these moments, usually don't want things to go wrong. And therefore, it is extremely important to understand that are you creatively restless to solve issues if they come? Because there will be issues, right? It's not going to be perfect. And the other part which is very important is respect for people. It is so importantly ingrained. There are times when people are extremely tough on the service staff. So can you ensure your calm, composure, and can you still have, respect for not only customers, but your own colleagues as well? This is a very important value that we try to, sort of demonstrate in our own behaviors. And the fifth one, and if you think that the list is too long, but I think it is important to ensure that nothing gets missed, is very simple. We don't use the word teamwork at all. We use the word working together. Can you work together to solve customer problems? Collaboration, teamwork, we just defined it as working together. And the last is ownership, owner's mindset. If you behave like an owner, all problems will get solved. You are the brand, okay? So just remembering these 6 behaviors, we are today, this next 6 months to 12 months, we are obsessively focused on collaboration. We are saying, can we focus on only one idea, which is collaboration, break the boundaries, break the silos to solve customer problems? Not easy, extremely difficult. You ask any leader, you see that in yourself, people do not collaborate. Intuitively, they just don't collaborate. They are sending mails to each other. They are trying to point fingers at each other. We are saying if 70% of our people are facing customers, they need each other's help, because the complaint need not be from my department, or an issue could not be from my department, or a request need not be for my department. Can I quickly, seamlessly deliver a customer experience using, of course, the IT tools, and of course, walking across and talking to my team members, picking up the phone and talking, and not just depending on mails or WhatsApps. So that's the core idea that we are driving, is digital mindset, ensure that use hyper-personalization to create the magical moments. And the last but not the least is collaboration. At the end of the day, if we can collaborate to solve customer problems, we will remain on top of the game, because our business is about customer experience. And if we keep that as a core idea, and so inside, I can keep saying customer is at the center, we are focused on customer. What are we doing? Are we collaborating enough? So the implication is collaboration. And it comes from those 6 values working together. So this is the core idea that we are trying to do. And by the way, we have been doing this for last 3-4 years. And in fact, we are going to, drive. By the way, we measure these 6 behaviors on the performance management system. Every leader is rated, self-rates, and his immediate superior rates him on these 6 behaviors. There are clear ratings on these 6 behaviors. There's a value. And during hiring, during confirmation, and during the performance management systems, these 6 behaviors are core to our existence. We have simplified it. We just focus on these 6, and we do not add, we do not delete. Just stay focused. Our rank 5 years ago was 98. We are 20th rank this time in Great Place to Work. Large part of that is because our focus on culture building, creating this service with empathy, warmth, and attentiveness, and digitization and collaboration. Thank you so much.
So we will take questions. In case you have a question, please raise your hand. One of us will come to you with the microphone. Please stand up, introduce yourself quickly, and ask the question. Please ensure the question is shorter than the answer. Thank you very much. So, any questions in the audience, please? A hand in the air. Okay, I've got a question. There are 2 questions at the back. So can we have the microphone at the back? Sir, there is a mic. Could you please use the mic?
Can't hear you. Can't hear you really.
Sorry, I thought I was loud enough. So, no, I don't have a question, but just an honest appreciation for really being a truly great company, and I'm speaking mostly as a consumer. So you are fantastic.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I've got a young lady at the back over there. So can we have the microphone over there, please? We've already given it here. If we've given it here, then we'll take the question over here. Sorry. Sorry, next will come to you. Sir, could you please stand so we know who's speaking? Thank you.
Yeah, it's not a question part. So I just wanted to give credit to Mahindra Club. So recently, we have sent our employees for a family trip. Basically, we are a more commercial organization. So there are like 5 to 6 families. They went for a holiday trip, which was sponsored by company. So one thing I just want to add on, because one of my colleagues, I was telling them. So we are sending a family trip. When our employees' family, they go for a trip, how do they invite? So we have to tell them what and all they have to do. So before we ask only, most of the things they have done actually. On the welcome greeting, as well as the garland part, all those things we were discussing. Before we connected, they already did it. So best part, the thing, keep continuing the good work.
Thank you.
Oh, very nice.
You know, I was telling you about this anticipation is the key. If you can anticipate, you really create power, huge power.
Great. Yeah, can we have the mic at the back? There, please.
Can you hear me? Okay. So I'm looking at more at the future. You're talking about the Seva mindset, which is fantastic, by the way, with bots and robots taking up a lot of the service industries as well. How do you think we can sustain a Seva mindset with rapid digitization, strategy as well?
Very, very insightful question, and this is something that we discuss almost daily, that what level of digitization will make us, less humane, and should we do up to a point digitization or up to a point sort of not do digitization? But the answer that we are, and there is no correct answer, the answer that we have found is that where there are repetitive interactions, it's good to even think of bots. And by the way, we are doing a pilot on bots as we speak. And these bots are being trained to answer repetitive queries. But where there is a need for empathy, where there is a need to understand the issue and resolve, you cannot handle it through the bots. You will always need humans. This is in the customer service area. At resorts, I mean, how much ever we sort of automate or modernize, you will always want a smiling and a greeting face. You'll want someone to come up to you and sort of take your name and understand your requirements. At least as Indians, that's never going to change. Yeah, in Western world, even that is changing. You sometimes don't see even a single person. I think they are moving towards that. But I don't think in India that's going to happen, at least in our lifetime. And we are not even planning for that. We believe that's a differentiator. Technology will be easily copyable and will be easily employable. But humans, the service element, that is something that's a differentiator, and that's something that we should not let go in our business. Yes, there is always pressure on even costs. That can we do this on a, through automated so that we can save some costs. But I think there is a trade-off between what you stand for versus what you, deliver. So in that sense, if your brand essence is making every moment magical, I don't think robots or bots will be able to make moments magical. We'll have to probably change our credo if we have to really go 100% digital way. So use intelligently digital to solve repetitive problems which come at scale sometimes because you have a large customer base. Solve them in good time because people expect good turnaround time. You'll be amazed, people send mails and at 11 p.m. in the night, they expect the answer at 12 in the night. I mean, that's not going to be possible from humans. But if the mail and the issue is something that can be easily dealt, why not use bots to answer them so that at least the need to get an answer is satisfied, and if the issue is complex, a human takes over. So I think there are no right, wrong answers. There will always be some kind of a mix and match that we will have to do, and all of us will have to find our own answers.
We have time for 2 more questions. So I've got one over here. Can we have, in fact, both the questions are here. So we are coming to you, sir, with the microphone.
Thank you, sir. So I'm Deepesh from Enable India. I think it's more of a question and an opportunity. We have to make tourism inclusive. So for example, how can we make more tourism for wheelchair, persons with disability and accessibility, right? So I think that's something lacking, and here's an opportunity where we can see how Mahindra Holidays can I think very, very commendable job. So maybe it's an opportunity for us to show to the world that how inclusive we are. So.
It's a very powerful idea. Let me give you a quick response. Definitely on top of our mind. All the resorts that we design, we have these, design elements for specially abled people. Number one. Number two, at this point of time, we employ about 50 to 60 specially abled people. We want to increase that. And when I talk of inclusivity, we seem to be going in the area of specially abled, but we are also looking at LGBTQ. We are also, in terms of our, representation of women in our workforce, I think we have probably a very, very enviable figure at about 30%, which is very good in my view, which is again increasing. So whether it is diversity, inclusion, people who have different, the LGBTQ part, or for that matter, the facilities being designed for specially able people and also employing them actually. And more importantly, just to give you a very interesting nuance, when you look at specially able people, you have to hire them locally. Because someone who is, away from home is uncomfortable when they move out of their home into faraway locations. Our locations are far away. So we actually work in the areas around so that they have the other social ecosystem, which also takes care of their other needs, while their self-esteem and financial needs are taken care of by us. So that's the thought that we are working with. It's a very powerful idea and we are at it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Sir, can you pass the microphone to the gentleman here? The last question, please.
Hi, this is Kush from Industries. I have one question from probably all the winners here. How about a special package for all 75 winners? We all have our annual retreat. So what about guys? Good one?
You know what? This is the opportunity that we look for. Why do you think I'm here? When they told me that come and you have to give a keynote address, I said, oh, this is a great opportunity. Let me sell my company and let me sell more packages.
How about we secure your company?
Sorry?
How about we secure your company? We are into application security, so we can do that.
So it is always a two-way process. We are more welcome. You're more welcome to sort of approach us for what you said, the application security part. But I can tell you one thing, that your wish is granted. We can definitely, if the Great Place to Work team gives us, the opportunity to interact with you, I can have my team member create a very special package for these top 75 who are today here. And one thing also I can say that this package that we will create for these top 75 would not be available to anyone in the market.
Oh, interesting. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. On that note, can we have a huge round of applause for Kavinder? Kavinder, can you please stay back with us? We would request Yashaswini to please join us on stage to hand over a token of our appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, can we hear it nice and loud for Mr. Kavinder Singh? Thank you very much, Yashaswini, for handing over the memento to Mr. Kavinder Singh. We move on to our next set of awards, and to hand over the awards, we would like to invite on stage Preeti Malhotra, Practice Head, Wellness and Partnerships at Great Place to Work. Can we have a huge round of applause as Preeti joins us on stage with Akshat Shah, Vice President, Sales and Client Experience. Again, Great Place to Work. We start off with number 70 because now we have the representatives from the organization here with us. So, ladies and gentlemen, please get your hands together for Forever New Apparels Private Limited at number 70. wondering why you're not getting a very big round of applause, we already applauded for you earlier. But can we hear it again, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you very much once again. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we move into the higher echelons. We move on to 50 and above. At number 50, ladies and gentlemen, we have Nabla Web Solutions Private Limited. They are not here with us, but we would like to read out their citation. Typically, employees work for 172 hours, which is 22 working days, multiplied by 8 working hours. However, Nabla bills their clients only for 160 hours of employee work, while giving the balance 12 hours in the month to employees to invest in their learning of their interest of choice. So, once again, can we hear it nice and loud for Nabla Web Solutions Private Limited? Thank you. At 49, we have Talentica Software. Can we give it up nice and loud for Talentica? Talentica has a fitment test at the time of hiring of their candidates to check if their career aspirations and interests align with the role that they have applied for. This test also is a way of understanding if the candidates are committed and willing to go the extra mile for their role. So, ladies and gentlemen, at 49, Talentica Software. Moving on to 48, we have 3 Pillar Global. Coincidentally, we have 3 of them coming on stage. 3 Pillar Global believes in a timely check of employee sentiment before the scope of improvement is lost. They conduct engagement interviews to assess employee pulse, ascertain the vulnerability of team members, and take the necessary corrective measures. So at number 48, ladies and gentlemen, 3 Pillar Global. At 47, we have In Orbit Malls India Private Limited. In Orbit Malls has gained a better brand recognition, a positive business reputation, and increased sales by being active in corporate social responsibilities and associating with NGOs such as Help Age India, Mission Million Books, and Teach for India. Up here on stage, ladies and gentlemen, In Orbit Malls India Private Limited. Moving up to 46, we would like to welcome on stage Coloplast India Private Limited. Coloplast has set up an integrated Coloplast Care, which involves multilingual communication with customers and has a consumer insights manager along with a consumer marketing manager. This setup has earned strong equity and brand loyalty from customers for Coloplast. So can we give it up once again, ladies and gentlemen, for Coloplast India Private Limited. At 45, we have Globus Infocom Limited. Can we hear it nice and loud for Globus? Every decision, such as financial objectives, future planning, projections, or even state-of-the-art solutions, is designed only after communicating with the core team. The flat hierarchy at Globus enables open communication and better decision making. Can we give it up once again, ladies and gentlemen, for Globus Infocom Limited? And let's welcome Geo Haptic Technologies Limited at 44. The Haptic Big Hand Award is exactly what it sounds like. It is a big hand given to someone who has gone above and beyond their duty for the company on any specific task, project, or display of core values the company stands for. So at 44, a big hand for Geo Haptic Technologies Limited. At 43, Aqua India Private Limited. Under Aqua's Leadership Talk series, leaders talk about the organization's key initiatives and their impact on customer experience. This enables employees from different departments to connect the dots and understand the strategic direction of their efforts. So can we give it up once again at 43, Aqua India Private Limited. At 42, we have MIQ, Digital India Private Limited. Their Emerging Leaders program is specifically designed for the emerging talent in India. It has 2 tracks, the People Leader track for those interested in the managerial path and a technical track for those interested in specializing in the expertise of technology and domain. So can we give it up once again for MIQ Digital India Private Limited. At 41, we have Indus Face Private Limited. Indus Face's HR philosophy, Foster, involves fostering growth, oneness, equality, human emotions, transparency, and fostering the rise of a globally competitive organization. This enables a flexible work culture that is transparent and supportive of employees' personal growth. Can we hear it once again, ladies and gentlemen, for Indus Face Private Limited at 41. And at 40, we have JM Financial Home Loans Limited. Rangmanch is a unique program where their education institution loans business team connected with 50 schools whom they have funded, and they encourage students from these schools to participate in the creative activity, which is Paint Your Imagination. So can we give it up nice and loud for JM Financial Home Loans Limited at 40. At 39, we have Randstad Rise Smart. Randstad's online tools give access to customers to connect directly and share their feedback with the employee working with them. Since these testimonials are regularly monitored, they act as a great motivational tool for managers to share with their teams. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, can we hear it for Randstad Rise Smart at 39. We are welcoming our next awardee on stage at 38, Forces Software India Private Limited. In line with its diversity, equity, and inclusion policies, Forces has a Back to the Future practice to promote experienced women professionals to restart their careers after a break. They have pledged to have a 50% gender-balanced workforce by 2030. A huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Forces Software India Private Limited. And at 37, we have Clever Tap Private Limited. Can we give it up nice and loud for Clever Tap? The Clever Tap values are: be urgent, take initiatives, take ownership of outcomes, act from first principles, be humble and seek to learn, help out, we achieve together, and speak up, then fully commit. Ladies and gentlemen, at 37, Clever Tap Private Limited. And at 36, it's Metasoft Tech Systems Private Limited. Can we hear it nice and loud for Metasoft Dog? Metasoft has a process of designing a culture cabinet where a group of employees selected from India and the US, along with the CEO, convene bi-weekly to act upon internal feedback and develop and improve the organization's values and culture. Can we hear it nice and loud once again for Metasoft Tech Systems Private Limited? Secular Technology Private Limited coming up next. Can we give it up nice and loud for number 35? They believe in hiring entrepreneurs, not employees, who can tackle challenges. They prioritize potential over experience through their SPICE philosophy of spreading positivity, passion for people, integrity, customer focus, and entrepreneurial spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, at number 35 on stage, Secular Technology Private Limited. Moving on to 34, ladies and gentlemen, it's Free Charge Payment Technologies Private Limited. Can we hear it nice and loud for Free Charge? They actively work towards eliminating gender bias by conducting gender bias checks in the system. A unique step in this direction is a 26-week of adoption leave for parents of any gender and leaves for gender affirmation surgery. So, ladies and gentlemen, at 34, Free Charge Payment Technologies Private Limited. At 33, we have Centiro Solutions Private Limited. The Centiro Academy is the center of education and learning activities that support strategy in all major competence areas. It offers internal education, training, and knowledge sharing to empower and inspire employees. So, ladies and gentlemen, up here on stage at 33, Centiro Solutions Private Limited. Toronto Technologies Private Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, at 32. Toronto's values are ambition, personal ownership, honesty and integrity, openness and teamwork. They operate with a stated core belief of employee first, customer first. They believe that the whole movement of value creation starts with their employees. So at 32, ladies and gentlemen, Toronto Technologies Private Limited. At 31, we have Coupa Software India Private Limited. Can we give it up nice and loud for Coupa Software? Coupa Colors is an assessment to be taken by all employees during onboarding. It helps gain self-awareness on how they communicate as a natural tendency and how they should curate our communication with people who lead with different colors. So, ladies and gentlemen, at 31, we have Coupa Software India Private Limited. And at 30, we would like to welcome Coca-Cola India Private Limited. They expect their leaders to be role models for expected behaviors, coach their teams to unleash their full potential, and care for the overall well-being of their employees. This philosophy is guided by their epic growth behaviors, short for empowered, progressive, inclusive, and curious. So, can we give it up nice and loud for Coca-Cola India Private Limited? Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, Seedworks International Private Limited at 29. They have an UDGM program, which stands for You Develop Graduates as Managers. Through this 7-day induction program, the leadership team encourages their management trainees to envision themselves as a team of future leaders who achieve organizational goals together. So, Seedworks International Private Limited at 29. At 28, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome on stage Logistics Park India Private Limited. Their Disha program empowers and equips women employees to take over higher positions of responsibility. These women undergo a 24-month behavioral and functional training period where they get to experience classroom sessions and field experience via role rotation. So, ladies and gentlemen, Logistics Park India Private Limited at 28. At 27, we have Elka Cosmetics Private Limited. The global leadership team at Elka conducts an annual virtual market visit as a deep dive into Elka India's market strategies. This acts as a collaborative opportunity for all teams to work together, analyze their hits and misses, and showcase their innovations globally. So, can we hear it once again, nice and loud, Elka Cosmetics Private Limited. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, in this set, we have Enable India at 26. They have My Growth plans to align every employee's personal and professional growths. They understand employees' personal goals, current roles, and career aspirations through a self-development performance image and inclusion career competency exposure session. At 26, Enable India. We would like to say a big thank you to Akshat and to Preeti. Thank you very much for joining us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our set of winners up here on screen. Can we have a huge round of applause? May I also remind you, please stay back till the end of the awards ceremony to collect your copy of the research report. Well now, ladies and gentlemen, almost all of us have watched illusory tricks in our childhood. But what we have next is going to leave you in a daze. By the end of this session, you're going to be totally dazzled. We've got an exciting session starting on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite on stage illusionist Karan Chauhan to puzzle everyone's minds. But before we do that, we've got a short video coming up on your screen, a quick introduction of Karan Chauhan. Ladies and gentlemen, please get your hands together as we welcome on stage Karan Chauhan.
No, please don't stop. This is going to be fun. Hi guys. I need a little more energy. Hi guys. Fantastic, maintain that, okay? Now, oh, by the way, this box is going to be important sometime. I'm going to come back to that later. If you guys don't mind, keep your eyes on it from time to time, okay? Just there, it's there, okay? Lovely. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me first introduce myself to you. For the people who know me, I am Karan. For the people who don't know me, I am Karan. And for the people who want to know me, hi, I'm Karan. And I'm a comedian and an illusionist. Basically, I combine the arts of comedy and magic together. So if there is something you people don't find funny in the show tonight, then it is magic. It's extremely important to clear that up. You have no idea what we've been through in the past. All right, we're going to start this show simply with a game. And I do need to pick a person for this game, right? But I want to pick this person at random, this player at random. So I will take an object, and I will hand it to you, sir, okay? And you will throw it behind without looking where you're throwing it. Whoever catches that object will be our player for the game. You don't have to come up, you have to stay in your seat, we'll get your mic, okay? So stay there. I'm going to get the object first. Sir is going to throw the object into the audience. Now, sir, I want you to take this thing, and you're going to throw it into the audience anywhere you... I can't believe he was ready to do this. I cannot believe... He was okay with that. You were okay with that. No, sir, stay here for me. Stay here for me for a second. Stay here for me. I'll get you a paper ball. Paper balls are easier, guys. Paper balls nobody cares about, right? So we'll do a paper ball, sir. I want you to take this and toss it into the audience without looking any... What is your name, sir?
Prasanjit.
Prasanjit. Mr. Prasanjit, please throw it anywhere you like into the audience. Whoever catches it, we are going to get you a microphone. I want you to stand up in your seat. Anywhere you like, sir. Yeah. Yes, or hit somebody with it. Yeah, that will also do. Thank you so much, sir. You can sit down. You can stand up, sir. Please, thank you very much. The only man who was worried about COVID, I guess. Sir, you can stay there. He's like, 300 lage to kya hua? Mujhe ho gaya to? Sir, what is your name, sir? Mr. Amit, are you happy or are you married? Is your wife here with you?
No.
तो इतना क्या डर सर बोल दो सच फिर आज छोड़ो ना. All right, sir, you're married, right? Basically, yeah. That means you'll follow instructions very nicely. Okay, Mr. Amit, you might have observed when they got the things out. We have two envelopes over here. Right. One is green and one is red. Yeah. Inside one of these envelopes, not necessarily the red one, is a 500 rupee note of my personal money. It's real. I know I'm a good Jew. It's hard to trust me with money, but it's real. And in the other envelope, there is one blank piece of paper, okay? So one is, has the 500 in it, cash, one has a blank piece of paper. Now, before we move on, I have to figure out if you're the right person for this or not, Mr. Amit. So I'm going to ask you some easy questions. I want you to answer them very quickly, okay? First, you imagine you go to an ice cream parlor, okay? And the man behind the counter goes like, hey, Amit, what's up? You've been there, so he knows you. So he goes like, hey, Amit, what's up? I have chocolate and vanilla. That's the only two flavors I have today. Which one would you buy, sir? Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Chocolate, interesting. Now, Mr. Amit, imagine this. It's 2 o'clock in the night. You are home alone in your room on the internet. What are you doing at 2 o'clock in the night, home alone on the internet? Option A, you're watching a series on Netflix. Option B, you're buying something from Amazon. Or option C, none of the above. What is it going to be? We have to keep it clean, guys. What is it going to be, sir?
Netflix.
Netflix, good answer, sir, good answer. Last question, sir, let's keep the last one very simple. Name a place in the world, any place, city, country, village, doesn't matter, name one.
Paris.
Paris, good choice. I think this will do. You chose an international destination, you went for chocolate, I think this will work with you. Sir, where do you think is the money? The red envelope or the green envelope?
The red.
The red one. You know, Mr. Amit, I'll give you some time to change your mind in case you want to change your mind. Okay, so you can sit down, give her the mic, give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Red one, not bad, red one. Okay. Now, before we move on, you might have noticed on the box there is a lock. And I have keys to that lock. Somebody needs to keep these keys for me. Okay? But we are going to pick the person at random again. So we're going to pick a person on the second throw. Mr. Amit, you have the paper ball, right? You're going to throw it once, and whoever catches it is going to throw it the second time. Whoever catches on the second time gets these keys. So, sir, stand up, throw the ball. Or with sitting also you can throw it. It's up to you. Lovely. This section is like, Hamara ye log hai, hum idhar hi fekenge. And she decided to throw it somewhere else. And did you throw it at an empty chair? Did you just throw it? Where's the ball? Where's the ball? You got it, sir? Can you come here? Give him a round of applause. So you're going to stand right here. What is your name? Ajit. Okay, Ajit, you will be the key master, okay? So keep these keys in any of your pockets you like. Your life, you decide. Okay? And you can take the paper ball with you. I'm going to come back to that later. Just put them in any of your pockets. I need it to be safe with you. Okay? You are God's child, my friend. You were chosen by a paper ball. Yeah, I mean, I could have pointed to anyone and said, you, sir, you take the keys. But no, we threw the paper ball to make it a little more random. So Ajit has it now. Fantabulous. Sir, we're going to continue with some suggestions. I like to do things with people's suggestions. That's a better way to do things instead of my own. So we'll divide the audience in half. You people are going to be one section. You people are going to be one section. I want this entire section to think of a 4 or a 5-digit number. Okay? Not 3, not 6. Don't do that to me. Okay? 4 or a 5-digit number, and don't think of 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 4, 4, 4. It's all, it's too basic. Everybody thinks of that. So think of something like 4,331 or 28,640. So basically keep the number completely random. We're going to come to you with some chits. We had somebody here helping us out from our team. She has some chits and some pens. Now in every single chit, I need 2 numbers from your side. Okay? So 1 chit, 2 numbers. When you write down your number, pass it on to the person next to you or in front of you to write down the second number. And once you guys are done, you are going to throw those suggestions inside this little thing that I got from IKEA. If you've ever been to IKEA for shopping, this is, you put your socks in this, but I don't. So you'll come here and you will throw your suggestions inside this, right? So please start giving the chits here. This side of the audience, you people are not going to think of numbers, okay? You people are going to think of objects. It can be something small as a safety pin, or something as big as the Eiffel Tower. It's completely up to you, and everything in the middle. Now, generally, when I tell people to think of objects, people end up thinking of objects that are around them, like a monitor or a chair, stage, a guy that looks like Badshah. People think of stuff that you were thinking that. Don't joke with me. You all were thinking that. Don't joke with me. Or some people choose to think of things that are outside, like a tree or a house or a building or something. I will still leave it up to you. We have a couple of more chits with this gentleman here. He's going to come to a bunch of you. If you get a pen and a paper, just write down your object on it. Don't let anybody see it. Fold it back up. And we have one more IKEA box. You're going to leave your suggestions on this side of the stage. So we have separation, objects and numbers. Mr. Amit, I hope that was enough time for you to think about this. Could you stand up for a second, sir? Can you take the mic again? Now, Mr. Amit, before you make your decision, I want to show you a video of the winner of this game from the last show. Can we have the video, please? So he won in the last show, sir. He won in the last show. You said red envelope, right? This man chose the green envelope. I'm just saying. And he won the money. You could see him expressing the whole joy using his entire body. Sir, I don't want that to influence you in any manner. Which one do you think the money is in? You said red last time. What do you want to do?
I'll stick to it.
You'll stick to it. I'm going to ask you one more time during the show, okay? No, the third time is going to be the final time, Mr. Amit. Third time, final time. Whatever you say the third time, we'll go with it. We'll call you on stage and we'll open up that envelope and see what it is inside, okay? So you can hand over the mic back to her. Perfect. We have our chits coming along. How many people got their chits done? Okay, you are bringing the chits on your own because nobody wanted to get up. Okay. Perfect. Do you have all of them? Is somebody else writing stuff still? There's people at the back writing stuff, so if you could collect those chits and bring them here. While they're doing that, guys, how many of you like to read books here? You do. Sir over there at the back does. Sir, what is your name? Yeah, you, sir, you. There's only one sir in that row, apparently. I mean, there's 2 over there, but you're like pretty much surrounded by the women here. Yes, sir, you can come and drop your chits. What is your name, sir?
My name is Govind Egi.
Your name is Govind?
Yeah.
तो फिर आप कलर वाले कपड़े पहन के क्यों नहीं? Sorry. Sir, are you the numbers or the objects? Lovely, so do that. Everybody who's writing objects, throw it in the box here, okay? Come here, throw it in the box, or you can give it to the gentleman over there. Sir, can you join me on stage for this?
Yeah.
Give sir a huge round of applause. You can hand her the mic. Fantabulous. Do we have all our numbers here? Do we have all our numbers? Anybody else writing numbers down? Nobody? Okay, perfect. I need somebody with a phone calculator here. If somebody has a phone, how many of you wrote numbers in this? Just raise your hand once, I want to see. Okay, yeah, that's roughly what we needed. I need somebody with a phone calculator on this side. Anybody's got a phone calculator ready? Sir, you have one. Can you come here for a second? Give him a round of applause. What is your name, sir? Mr. Anurag, pick one of these. Anyone you like. Don't open it. You will go back to your seat, sir. Whatever numbers are written in that, you will secretly open it. Don't even show it to them. And you will add them up in your calculator. Plus. Yeah, the digits on the whole number. So the 4 or 5 digit number, there'll be 2 of them. Add both those numbers up, and you'll get a nice big total. Once you get the total, keep it with you secret. Don't show it to anyone. Okay? Good. Sir, what kind of books do you like to read? Mostly management books. I like how you're in the whole zone of the event right now. I mean, this is amazing. So, sir, obviously, my job does not let me do that. So I don't read management books. I like fiction, okay? And I'm sure this is a book that even you've heard of. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Yeah? Everybody knows Sherlock Holmes, yes? Yes, sir, if you would step over there. I have OCD, so if you're not in the center, I'll be messed up in my head. If you don't know Sherlock Holmes, by the way, he was the Byomkesh Bakshi of London, okay? That is a reference point. Don't take it too seriously. It's just a reference point. Now, Mr. Govind, I want you to examine this book on behalf of the audience. Okay. Yep, that should do it. Thank you. Now, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Take it. Examine it. Go through the pages. Make sure every word is different. Every page is different. Yeah, flip through them. Yeah, you don't have to read the whole thing, but it's okay. Yes, fantastic. Take your time, but hurry up. You happy? You happy? You want to go further? You can go further if you want. Yeah. Do we have all the objects here, sir? Do we have all the objects here? Do we? Somebody answer me. It's coming? It's okay. Take your time, but hurry up, you too. Yeah. Happy? Yeah. Yes? Nobody's taken so long, sir. Teesra din chalo gaya, pata hai abhi idhar khade. All right, Mr. Govind, correct me if I'm wrong, but the last page number on the book is 202. Yeah. So there are 202 pages in this book. In every page, there might be, what, 60, 70, 80 words on each page, approximately. Yeah, so that's a lot of words in this book. Now I'm going to make a claim, Mr. Govind, hold on to this. I'm going to make a claim, it's going to sound ridiculous, but it's true. What if I tell you, Mr. Amit, that I have memorized the entire book? Would you believe me? No, right? That's why I'm here to prove it. That's the only reason I came here. So what I want you to do is, keep the book towards you like this, hold it up like this. You will open up a page. I'm going to face this side. Open up a page behind me, tell me the page number, I'll tell you what's written on it without looking at it. So please do that. Open up a page, any page you like, and tell me the page number. 97. I just want to tell you the monitors are off, so I can't see it over here also. 97 you said, yes? Mr. Govind?
Yes, 97.
So, yes or no, Mr. Govind, does page 97 on the top say the words Sherlock Holmes?
It does.
I should show you this. Every page on the top says Sherlock Holmes because it's a Sherlock Holmes book. But we have to do this, sir. We have to do this. We have to do this under test conditions. Impossible. So take this. You're going to face that side, and I'm going to face this side. Okay? So we will stand back to back like that. So I can't see you, you can't see me. Everything will be fair. Turn around. Back to back. Come close. Back to back. Cheek to cheek. Lovely. Good. Okay. Fantabulous. Okay. I can feel you liking this right now. I don't know. It's crazy. All right, sir. Sir, we have to be even. Like I said, OCD. So stay there. Don't move. Now, Mr. Amit, at all points, Mr. Govind, sorry. I'm still thinking about my own money right now. So sorry. Such a risk a Gujarati puts into a show. So what I want you to do, Mr. Govind, is that I'm going to face my side, okay? Come what may, I will not turn around. Because even if I look straight, some people might think I'm looking at the page through the peripheral. I want you to do the same thing. I want you to keep facing your side. If you turn around a little bit, the same thing, people think I'm looking at it from my peripheral. So I want you to keep focusing on your side. Open up a page, any page you like. Tell me the page number. Anytime today, sir. Anytime today. It's not his fault, really. I picked him. It's okay. Take your time. We'll get it. Take your time. Some of them will go like this. It's okay. Fine. What is the page number, Mr. Govind?
117.
Are you kidding me? Okay, 117, 117. Now, sir, are you happy with the page? I am happy. Are you happy? So I want you to do what my mother does when my father is very happy with a decision. Change it to something completely different. And go to a new page, a page that even you didn't know you were going to be on, so there's no way for me to know. Basically, yes, all that lines were to tell you that, correct. 73, you came very close to what you said last time. Sir, I want you to, only in your mind, don't say anything out loud. Only in your mind, sir, start reading what's written on page 73, you said, correct? I'm going to try and look for page 73 and tell you. Sir, page 73 starts with, it's quiet too funny. I am sure you could never guess how I employed my morning or what I ended by doing. Does that start like that? Yes, it does. And I can't imagine, I suppose, that you have been watching The Habits and perhaps The House of Miss Irene Adler. It is crazy, no? So, Mr. Govind, how can I? You know what? This could be a guess. I mean, I could be simply guessing right now. So why don't you open up one more page and we'll do it properly? Any page. I can just keep doing this whole show. This one trick, the whole show. We'll just don't do anything else. Open up to a new page. Any page. 103. Now I'm going to give you a choice again. Do you want to change your mind or are you happy with the page? I'm happy with it. See, because I really don't care. No, seriously. No, I can do this. I don't mind doing it. I can do it. I mean, I have no issues. Okay, I'm going to go. What was the page again? What is the page again?
103.
103. I'm going to try and recollect what was written on page 103. Did you? Does 103 start with like a long paragraph? Yes. And then is the little paragraph at the end, isn't it? And the little paragraph is, I had seen the little of Holmes lately, full stop. Yeah. My marriage had drifted us away from each other, full stop. In reverse, that would be full stop, other each from away us, drifted, had, marriage, my, full stop again from the line before, yeah? How can a man possess this level of talent, Mr. Govind?
I don't know.
There's just some other book actually. I mean, how else? I'm not supposed to be doing this, you know. I'll show you something that nobody knows, okay? This is our secret company. Look at this. Look at this.
No, this is blank.
I know. Turn the page yourself. Turn it like this. Turn it. Look at the, turn the page. Look, see what I'm saying? It's crazy, no? I should show it to them.
Yes.
They deserve to see it, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Guys, my book is blank. There is nothing in my book actually. I mean, all of it is just, all of that is here. But Mr. Govind was a wonderful sport, wasn't he? Yeah, give him a round of applause, sir. Thank you so much. I'm going to take the book back. You were a wonderful sport, so thank you very much. You can go back to your seat. Mr. Amit, the man who is about to take my cash. Mr. Amit. Last chance, okay? You have been sticking to red in the last 2 rounds and you haven't changed. I'm fine with it. This is the last round. This is your final choice. I will give you a hint before we move on. One hint. The money is in the green envelope. That's my hint. Now, wait. So there are 2 possibilities now. First one, I am telling you the truth. Maybe the money is genuinely in the green envelope. Or the second one, I am trying to make you stick to the red envelope more because I want you to think that I am bluffing, so you will want to stick to the red envelope more. Now you have a choice. You can either stick to the red envelope or you can change your mind to the green one, knowing that changing minds is a sign of weakness. I'm just putting it out there. You don't have to not change your, if you want to, you can change it. I'm just saying. Sir, final choice, Mr. Amit, I'm about to call you on stage. Before I do that, which one is it going to be? The red one. You still want to stick. You people saw I gave him a choice. Mr. Amit, please join me on stage. Give Mr. Amit a round of applause. Red one. One had a blank piece of paper. One had a 500 rupee note. Sir, I want you to do the honors. Please take it out and show everybody. That's a blank piece of, is there anything else inside? No. Now at this point of time, you know what happens, Mr. Amit, generally? You know what happens generally? People start thinking that there was no money at all. Like both the envelopes had the paper. So if you could take out what was in the green envelope and show everybody the 500, ladies and gentlemen, he missed a little bit. But that's okay, sir. That is okay. So what I want you to do is, the whole idea of this is that if you get the piece of paper, are you here with friends, colleagues, people? How many of you are here? 3 of you. 4. So now that you have lost this game, sir, you have to take them on a trip. You said the name of the place in the beginning was Paris. You have to take an all-expensive paid trip by him to Paris. Congratulations, guys. Thank you so much, sir. That was amazing, man. I'm in Paris. Now Mr. Amit is like, घाट कोपर बोल देता मैं. घाट कोपर क्यों नहीं बोला मैंने? Okay. Do we have the objects done? Do we have the objects done? Is every chit here? Is everybody's objects here? Okay, perfect. I think we had what, 12 to 5? I didn't count. How many of you wrote it down? Box, guys. Just raise your hand, I want to know. There seems more. Okay, cool. Did you give all the chits? There were 12 or what, 13 of them? Yeah, okay. Okay, I don't want to pick somebody who's got a chit in this already, so I want to pick somebody else. Where is the paper ball? Yeah, could you throw it somewhere? Mr. Ajit, yes, you have the keys, you are God's child. Don't lose the keys. If you lose the keys, we don't have the end of the show, okay? So stand up and throw it anywhere you like. Yep, all the way at the end. Let's make Karan's life difficult. Hi, sir. What is your name? Come here on stage, give him a round of applause. Take your time, bro. It's okay. Claps faded away. Now I have to fill this space for no reason. Could you stand on this side, sir? Sure. What is your name again, sorry?
Manoj.
Manoj.
Yeah.
Manoj, where are you from?
Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu, lovely. Manoj, did you think of a number by any chance for that? Did you get a chit? No? It's okay. Pick one out of these. Now don't open it. Don't open it. Whatever object is now written on that chit is your object, Manoj. Did you pick two?
I did.
That's fine. That's fine. Do whatever you want. It's not like I've planned this show. So Manoj, now don't open it. Whatever object is written on that chit is now your object. Okay? Is your favorite object now. You will think of that object. You will dream of that object. That object will now become your life. I hope none of you wrote something naughty on that. I mean, seriously, sometimes suggestions, you have no idea what I've gotten in the past. So, Manoj, you're going to open it up very secretly. Don't let me see it, don't let them see it. Open it up, look at the object written on that and remember it. And start thinking of it. Okay, I'm going to turn around while you do that and I'm going to look at this sexy cameraman. Hey man, how do you feel? Good? Try smiling, it's good for health, like try. I've never seen a more serious camera guy. Are you done? I'm just small talking with this guy. Okay, perfect. You can put that in your pocket, throw it away. We don't need that anymore as long as you remember the object. All right? Manoj, stand here, center stage. Come here, feel what I feel. Look at this crowd. How does it feel to be here, dude?
It's great.
It's great, right? Fantastic. Stay here, don't move. Lovely. Manoj, we'll try this. There is no way for me to know what Manoj is thinking of unless, of course, you tell me right now. You will not tell me, okay? I want you to focus on this object, Manoj. These people could have suggested you anything. Nobody knows what they've suggested, not even the person who collected those chits. Not even you. You're looking at one. I want you to focus on it. Whatever that object is, keep it in your mind, focus on it. Look in the front. You see the camera guy over there? Yep. Look at the camera guy. Okay? And I want you to close your eyes very slowly. Close your eyes. Keep them shut, do not open them. I want you to imagine you're sitting in a movie theater, you're looking at the big white movie screen in front of you, and this object that you just saw, that object is the title of the movie. So they're flashing that title on the screen, big, bold, capital letters, bright colors, yellow, white, orange. But they're not hurting your eyes, Manoj, no, because it's your object, yeah? So you're looking at them with ease. And as you're looking at that, suddenly the very object that you just saw manifests itself on your left side and on your right side. And then behind you, suddenly you see yourself surrounded by this object completely. Now, Manoj, in a second, I'm going to tell you to open your eyes. Not now, in a second. When I do, I'm going to ask you something and I want you to be absolutely honest to me. Manoj, I've written something down. I hope this works. Manoj, open your eyes. Only give me a yes or a no. Don't say anything else. Are you thinking of the object bottle? No. Ladies and gentlemen, correctly predicted, no. Thank you very much. That is magic show. Sorry. Manoj, all that hard work you and like what 12 other people did for no reason. No, I'll tell you this. I have to show you a photograph first. Actually, Manoj, why don't you do this? Write down whatever that object is on this nice and big and do not let anybody see it. So go at the back or go over there on the side and do it and cover it up. When you come here, hide it from everybody. Yeah, you can throw that away if you want. Lovely. And don't let anybody see it backstage also. Be very careful, there are people backstage. Guys, move. Everybody move. There's a guy that looks like Imran Hashmi backstage. there's a guy in the yellow shirt. Okay. Manoj, don't let anybody see it. Don't let anybody see it. Hide it from me. Lovely. Now, guys, I want to show you a picture first while Manoj is busy over there. Can we have the picture on the screen, please? Can you see the picture? I don't want to look there because Manoj is there. Manoj, turn the book around. I don't want to see it. Yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the picture that you're looking at, these are Piddingtons. These are the Piddingtons. They call themselves the Piddingtons. That was an Australian couple, and in the year 1949, they came to Britain with an act that took the magic community and the world by storm. And they shot to fame very fast, and they booked a slot in the BBC radio, which was a big deal back then, 1949. Now, the act they did was very simple. The husband, Sidney Piddington, would be on stage with one person or 2-3 people, like I am right now, and then he would tell that person to think of something. And the wife, Leslie Piddington, would be in another room. And from that room, she was able to tell what this person was thinking of. Nobody had seen this before, anywhere in the world. So obviously, they shot to fame. They stayed there for 40 years. That's a good time to stay famous, yeah? Tushar, yeah? Good. Tushar is from our technical team. I just introduced him so that he feels nice. He was looking at me. Now the Piddingtons did so many interviews, and the question that recurred in every single interview was, how do you do it? Now, obviously, they couldn't tell anyone. So they would often joke about it. And they would often joke by saying that, well, we feel a personal connection because we are husband and wife. And I believe that is what we are looking for as humans. We are looking for that personal connection with someone. You all have one person in your life who you're really connected with. Manoj, have you hidden the book? Come here. I'm not going to touch the book. Don't. Hide it behind your back. Hide it. Lovely. Manoj, do you have a person like that in your life who you feel very connected to? Yeah. Who is that? Your wife, what is her name? Divya. Divya. Great. So for me, it's my mom. So now Divya would know, right? If something is wrong with you, she would know without asking you. She would know instantaneously. Yeah, I mean, you also have a person like that. In my case, it's my mom. My mother has been very close to me since the time I started doing this for a living. And I'm a mama's boy. If somebody comes outside my house and threatens me, "Hey, baap ka beta hai to bahar nikal," मैं अंदर से चिल्ला देता हूँ. I can't come outside. I'm mama's boy. It's very nice. We are very close. So if my mother was here right now, she would be able to tell you what object you're thinking of. She's not here. So being inspired from the Piddingtons, we are going to give her a call. And for the first time in the history of this country, you're going to see mind reading over a phone call. Can I have a mic? Can I get the mic for a second? Perfect. I'm going to give her a call. I want you to see I'm genuinely calling my mom up, and we're going to put it on the speaker and on the mic. Manoj, Mummy. Mummy, Manoj. Hello?
Bol nalayak.
Mummy, I'm on stage, Mummy.
Then why did you call me?
Because we have Manoj on stage with me.
Hello, Mr. Manoj. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
He's good. How are you, ma'am?
Fine, thank you.
Oh, you can hear each other, of course. It's on speaker. Mummy, so Manoj is basically thinking of an object, and I need your help.
So you want me to get the object?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So, Mr. Manoj, please focus on the object.
Focus on the object. Focus. He's saying sure.
His mind is wavering.
Okay.
Tell him to focus.
Focus a little harder, please.
I think this is something you own yourself, correct?
Do you own this object yourself? Do you have this? No. You don't have it. It's okay. Mummy doesn't have it.
Okay. But I think this circle. Does circle have to do anything with the object?
Is there something circular in this object? Would there be something circular in this? Yeah, there would be. Yeah, you're on the right track now.
I think Manoj is thinking of a car.
Car? Is it a car? Yeah, show it to the audience. It's a car, ladies and gentlemen. Give Manoj a huge round of applause. We're going to show it. There you go. A car right there. Manoj, that was brilliant, man. Thank you so much. Give Manoj a round of applause, guys. Come on, let's hear it for Manoj. Yeah, you're going to, yeah, please. The seats are paid for you, yes. Hello, Mummy, you're right. It's the car, by the way.
अच्छा सुन.
हाँ.
सो से आते वक्त है ना आधा किलो दही लेके आना नहीं तो टांगे तोड़ दूंगी.
हाँ मम्मी हाँ ले आविस हाँ ओके हाँ जायदाद मेरे नाम पे हाँ थैंक यू मैं याद दिला देता हूँ मैं इकलौता हूँ ना तो ट्रस्ट में ना भेज दे कहीं. So guys, we are almost at the end of the show. We have one last thing to do. There's a lady with a mic. Madam, please take this. We have one last thing to do, and that last thing obviously is the box. Mr. Ajit, on stage, please. Give Mr. Ajit a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Huh. Mr. Ajit, did you give the keys to anybody? No? Can you? Okay, well, first we'll have to open it. Unlock the box, sir. Where's the keys? You lost the keys, didn't you? No, thank God. Open up, this is a lock, I want you to open it up. Now, inside this box, I have something that we kept inside the box for, I think, since 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Mr. Ajit, leave the thing over there, next to the envelopes. No, in the front. Or you can keep it here, sir, or you can keep it here, down here, it's okay. Yeah, lovely. Mr. Ajit, stand behind me. I mean, stand in front of the box, right here. Now, Mr. Ajit, inside this box, since I think 12 o'clock in the afternoon, we've had this little spaghetti jar. And inside this spaghetti jar, we have this little scroll. Don't open the scroll, just hold it like this and do not do anything to it. I'm just going to put this back in. Lovely. Sir, come in the front. So guys, every artist has a process in the world before they do shows, okay? One of my friends is a singer, Mr. Ajit, and he has to do cardio before a show, okay? I don't do that because you can see that, no? Like 3XL jacket, of course, I don't do that. I have a different exercise. One of my jobs is to know how people think. So before a show, I do this. A couple of hours before I come to the venue, I sit in my room alone. Not like Mr. Amit, not none of the above, no. I sit in my room alone with a scroll of paper like this one, and I take a pen and I start writing down things that I feel will happen during my show, the show that you people just saw. So inside that basically is stuff I wrote at 12 o'clock in the noon today. I want you to help me unravel it. Just take out the rubber band first, okay? And you are going to hold this side of it, yeah? So we can open it up. Yeah, take a step back, it's okay. Take a step back. Here, step back here. Lovely. Hold this from here, sir, from here. This part, leave this. Now, I ask myself, what is the person who is going to play the game going to pick, the green or the red envelope? Today, you did not move from the red envelope, wherever Mr. Amit is right now. And the first thing I wrote down was red envelope. Which is okay. No, it's okay, I get it. It's a 50-50 chance. I could have been wrong or I could have been right. But where is Mr. Amit though? Sir, you also named a place, right? That could have been anything in the world. That was your free choice. What did you say? Paris. And we have Paris right here, sir. Paris, look at that. I turned the globe for you to see. I see, when I did this, I knew nobody's going to buy it. So I bothered to write it down in words as well. Paris, ladies and gentlemen. And then what did we do next? What did we do? Oh yes, we did the object. You just went by Manoj, didn't you? Manoj thought of a car. Yes, Manoj, where are you? You thought of a car, right? I think this picture will look familiar to you then. We have a car right there. And of course, you are connected to your wife, Divya. I did not know why this name came to mind. The once I met you, I knew that Divya is going to mean something to someone. And at the end, ladies and gentlemen, we did the key master, Ajit, my friend. How can we forget you? Little nursey thingy. Now, think about this, Ajit. Think about this. 300 people here. The paper ball could have gone to anyone. It went to you, Ajit. It went to you, the paper ball, and you got the keys, right? I wrote down the key master will be a man named Ajit, ladies and gentlemen. Give Ajit a huge round of applause. You can let go of this, sir. Thank you so much. You were wonderful. You can go back to your seat. With that, we come to the end of my show. You people have been a fabulous crowd. Give yourselves a round of applause. Oh, wait. You almost stood up. I know you can stand up again later. These two people almost, I'm so sorry. We forgot the numbers. I am really sorry. Have you added them up? Do we have time for this? No? We can. Sir, it will take too much time to guess. Can you just tell me what the number is? The sum, yeah. 23622. Can you come here? What is your name again, sir? Anurag, you remember the keys that Ajit has been holding? On that there is a keychain. On the keychain there is a number. Could you come up here? Stay here for me. Where is the mic? Quickly bring me the mic. You said 23622, yes? These people could have suggested anything. You could have added up any numbers. You could have gotten any total. What is the total on that? What is the number on those keys?
It's 23622.
23622. Let me show that to the cameras right here. We have 23622, and that is the 23rd of June 2022. That is today's date, and this is tonight's show. My name is Karan Chauhan. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a good night. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Fantastic. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, 4 people. Thank you. No, you'll stand up. I know. Please stand up. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You don't have to if you don't want to. But no, I'm kidding. But you should. I know. Thank you so much, guys. It was wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you.
Well, that was truly magical, ladies and gentlemen. And now, some more magic going to happen up here on stage. Our top 25. For this, once again, we would like to invite Preeti Malhotra and Balbir Singh. Please get your hands together as Preeti and Balbir join us on stage. So, ladies and gentlemen, at 25, we have Samunati Financial Intermediation and Services Private Limited. Samunati's lead, inspire, mentor, empower framework, abbreviated as LIME, is just like its name, symbolizing freshness. This comprehensive framework seeks to align the leadership teams on aspects of people management to drive open communication at Samunati. Please get your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, once again, at number 25, Samunati Financial Intermediation and Services Private Limited. At 24, we have VDX TV. VDX TV's CSR initiative, known as V.Joy, has been an important tool in their fight for supporting menstrual hygiene. When unemployment in families caused a decline in sanitation, they started the hashtag 365 Days, 365 Girls campaign and sponsored 1,000 sanitary kits for women. Please get your hands together once again for VDX TV. At 23, we have Pubmatic India Private Limited. They have not yet arrived, but we would like to read out the citation. To ensure effective goal setting and strategy alignment for the company, Pubmatic launched a forum called Tech Connect. This forum is used to collaborate with experts outside of Pubmatic and also create a community of like-minded people. At 22, ladies and gentlemen, we have Euronics Industries Private Limited. To aid employees in times of personal emergency, they have a lending facility at 0% interest. This reduces the mental stress of borrowing at high interest and facilitates easy repayment through EMI deductions from the monthly salary. Can we hear it nice and loud for Euronics Industries Private Limited at 22? At 21, ladies and gentlemen, Brigade Hospitality Services Limited. Their initiative, CAWS, that is CAWS, Challenges and Winning Solutions, was launched to identify challenges, ideate and find creative solutions. There are categories such as revenue generation, product enhancement, employee satisfaction, etc., under which challenges are discussed. Once again, can we give it up nice and loud for Brigade Hospitality Services Limited? At 20, Oriflame India Private Limited. To promote an inquisitive mindset among their employees, they have an idea-generating initiative called Dragon Den. The base criteria for shortlisting at different levels are uniqueness, creativity and preparation, execution plan, resource management and timeline. Can we give it up once again for Oriflame India Private Limited? Coming up at 19, Perkin Elmer India Private Limited. Their India mission is formulated basis their goals, market needs, and employee potential. They aim to achieve a leadership position in the industry and profitable growth driven by an outstanding customer experience at all touchpoints. Ladies and gentlemen, at 19, can we give it up nice and loud for Perkin-Elmer India Private Limited? Congratulations to Perkin-Elmer. We move on to 18. Koros India Private Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, can we hear it nice and loud? Koros has an idea board where customers can put up ideas or solutions they would like Koros to provide. These ideas are evaluated and given an idea score, and based on feedback from other customers, these ideas are included in the roadmap for future strategies. So once again, let's hear it for Koros India Private Limited at 18. I2E Consulting Private Limited at 17. Taking client feedback into consideration, they used Microsoft's HoloLens platform to create an AR headset that enables clients to look at and interact with a hologram of their portfolio. This has significantly contributed to an enhanced client experience. So ladies and gentlemen, at 17, I2E Consulting Private Limited. At 16, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome on stage Cloud Thing India Private Limited. Under their In Focus initiative, the head of HR has a reserved slot in their calendar to connect with employees. The HR function uses this platform to develop trust, build morale, counsel, manage grievances, and solicit feedback from their employees. So ladies and gentlemen, at 16, Cloud Thing India Private Limited. Coming up next at 15, Esri India Technologies Private Limited. Can we give it up nice and loud? Post their demerger, Esri India's business heads met to curate their Vision 2024. Under this, they also believe that a portion of the leadership's time should be for employees, and hence a bi-monthly connect called Leadership Live was initiated. So at 15, ladies and gentlemen, Esri India Technologies Private Limited. Coming up to 14, Space Tele-Infra Private Limited. Nice and loud for number 14. They launched the Zero G concept as their engagement model across the organization, giving all the employees a zero gravity experience means experiencing an environment of weightlessness, wherein one can be stress-free and enjoy work. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, at 14, Space Tele-Infra Private Limited. Moving on to 13, Bacardi India Private Limited. Can we hear it nice and loud? Fearless Fridays was launched as an initiative to encourage fearless conversations between an employee and the managing director. The employees are encouraged to connect with the MD during a work lunch outside the office premises and discuss expectations, ideas, and feedback. At number 13, ladies and gentlemen, Bacardi India Private Limited. At 12, can we hear it nice and loud for RBU India? Driven by the vision of digitally empowering a global network of comparison brands, they have their own portal, Curve, which provides a wide range of soft skills and technical skills training for all employees, ranging from entry level to leadership level. So ladies and gentlemen, at 12, RBU India. And at number 11, Color Bar Cosmetics. Can we give it up nice and loud, ladies and gentlemen, for Color Bar Cosmetics? In their endeavor to have more effective and transparent discussions about performance, priorities, and future challenges, they promote their employees to adopt the Meraki philosophy. Meraki is a Greek word that translates to doing tasks with soul, creativity, and love. Can we give it up once again for Color Bar Cosmetics at number 11? We would like to say a big thank you to Preeti and to Balbir for joining us on stage. Can we have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? And let's have the winners in this segment up here on stage. Can we hear it nice and loud, ladies and gentlemen? So, we are coming up to the top 10. As we inch closer towards a grand reveal of the top 10 mid-size workplaces in India, ladies and gentlemen, to present this set of awards, I would like to call Mr. Prasenjit Bhattacharya and Yashaswani Ramaswamy from Great Place to Work, India. Please get your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, as we have Prasenjit and Yashaswini on stage. So top 10, don't be surprised if you get a lot of paparazzi coming up here to click your photographs. Just smile and enjoy the moment because you are the top 10. Coming in at number 10. We have Gera Developments Private Limited. Please get your hands together, nice and loud. They have a happy meter where the HR Spock connects with the employees twice a year for a pulse check and updates them on policies and benefits available. This program moves away from the one-size-fits-all approach and focuses on a unique solution for each employee. So, ladies and gentlemen, Gera Developments Private Limited at 10. Moving up to number 9. Ladies and gentlemen, we have CrowdStrike. A CrowdStrike, Are You OK Mate, is a peer who partners with another CrowdStriker during periods of remote work and self-isolation. This program is a step towards building rapport among employees who conduct check-ins with their mates every fortnight. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are okay with CrowdStrike. We move on to number 8. Altudo Consultancy Services Private Limited. They have launched the Big Bets program, which has been specially curated for their high potential employees. Employees are given big roles with more responsibility, irrespective of their gender, age, level, seniority, or any other demographic. So, at number 8, ladies and gentlemen, Altudo Consultancy Services Private Limited. At 7, we would like to give a grand welcome to Jungly Games. Smile for the paparazzi. They have an in-house incubator called JG Innovations Lab, where any brilliant idea by their employees can come to life if it is feasible and sustainable. It also brings in a steady income in addition to the employee's annual income if the product profit meets the set standards. That's Jungly Game. Can we hear it nice and loud? And at number 6, ladies and gentlemen, we have on stage Fingent. Can we give it up nice and loud for Fingent at number 6? Fingent's Training and Development Initiative, FinCast, trains its employees on technical and non-technical topics. It also aims to create a two-way channel through which the senior leadership can share their experiences with the employees. So ladies and gentlemen, please give it up nice and loud for Fingent at number 6. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting higher and higher. The air is getting rarefied. We are now at the top 5. Coming in at number 5, please welcome on stage, ladies and gentlemen, Modi Care Limited. Modi Care Limited, they have gender-neutral job descriptions. In their efforts to eliminate hiring bias and give everyone an equal opportunity, they also remove details such as age, ethnicity, location, and marital status from the CVs. So, can we hear it nice and loud, ladies and gentlemen, for Modi Care Limited at number 5. Congratulations to Modi Care. We are now at number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up at number 4, Chalet Hotels Limited. Chalet Hotels promotes learning according to the choice of the learner and has the iLearn Gurukul platform where learners have access to more than 100 learning programs of their choice and can even request content to be added to the existing collection. So ladies and gentlemen, Chalet Hotels Limited at number 4. And now, we come to the top 3. Ladies and gentlemen, at number 3, we would like to accord a very grand welcome to Mahindra Excello India. Accello has an interesting concept called the Accello story. This is a live gallery at their head office in Mumbai. This gallery is a pictorial display and narration of the Accello story, which is used to inspire employees, especially new hires. So, ladies and gentlemen, can we give it up nice and loud for Mahindra Accello India? Are we ready for the top two? Ladies and gentlemen, coming in at second place, we would like to roll out the red carpet for Gus Global Services India Private Limited. Shakti is a transformative journey for including more high power, high potential women in leadership roles at Gus Global. This 9-month program is a comprehensive mentoring program for women to realize their potential, making a difference and progress into being future leaders. Can we, ladies and gentlemen, once again give it up for Gus Global Services India Private Limited at number 2. And can we have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome on stage Version 1 Services Private Limited. Can we have a standing ovation for the number 1 in Great Mid-Sized Workplaces 2022? Ensure business success and growth strategy, Version 1 has developed and communicated 2 key business initiatives, 10x and becoming naturally digital. For both these initiatives to become a part of their strategy, they have been actively driving collaboration. Ladies and gentlemen, Version 1 Services Private Limited, can we hear it once again, nice and loud? Very much, ladies and gentlemen. You may take your seats, and we would like to once again congratulate all the winners. We will be putting up the Hall of Fame in a few moments. We would like to say a big thank you also to Prasenjit and to Yashaswini. Please get your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Prasenjit and for Yashaswini. And once again, can we give it up nice and loud for all our winners up here on the Wall of Fame? We will be putting up this Wall of Fame will be unveiled outside on a banner so you can get your photographs along with the Wall of Fame. Do not forget to tag Great Place to Work India when you post them on your social media. Also, don't forget to collect your copy of the research report as you head outside for dinner. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Everest Rodriguez and I take your leave, but not before we bring this grand ceremony to its end. For this, I would like to invite Delnaz Ilavia, Practice Head Consulting at Great Place to Work India for the closing note. Please get your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, as Delnaz joins us on stage.
Everest, and thank you so much everyone for joining us today. I think it was a pleasure to host each of you. All right, thanks. All right. It was a pleasure to host each of you after such a long hiatus of 3+ years. I'd also like to take a moment to thank a few people who made sure we had a very, very grand evening today. Firstly, to all of you winners, many, many congratulations. Thank you for joining us and making this such a lovely evening to treasure. Secondly, I think to all organizations that applied, we had one of our largest participants in terms of the count of companies that came to take the assessment this year. I'd like to thank our speakers, Yash, and of course, Kavinder Singh, for such a great session today. Our special performance for this evening, Karan, I think he did such a fabulous job, and I hope you guys were just as zapped as we were. Our hospitality partner, this lovely venue, the Taj Santa Cruz, thank you so much. Our production partners, Lakshya Experiences, our host for the evening, Everest. I hope I'm not missing anybody, but most importantly, I think, we'd love to thank our media partners, Business World, and lastly and most importantly, all of you graders for putting up such a fabulous show once again. Ladies and gentlemen, the team from Great Place to Work, thanks a lot, everyone. Have a great evening, and do enjoy dinner and cocktails outside. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.